So confusing.
We're recording.
We're recording our confusion. All right, now I'm
Welcome.
You're so funny. Zoom's not going to charge you.
No,
okay.
for the live to Facebook feature, it costs $40 a month.
That they will charge you for.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I have a paid account anyways, but that's extra.
Okay.
We are fancy tonight, Laura.
Can we all see this? Yes?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
I can.
All right. Do you want to start? Do you
All
want me
right.
to start?
So Emerald is the first step in the business. And I don't like to say that it is a goal because it really is just a stepping stone, and it's opening I like to call it like a savings account. And what we want, and hopefully what all of us want, is to have streams of income coming into our homes and into our bank accounts when we're sleeping. That's, I know what I want. I want to, be able to go on vacation with my family and be able to, take off time whenever I feel like taking it off and know that money is still going to be coming into my account. And this is the beginning of that. Emerald is the beginning of that. So it's really super simple. It's two people, one on either side of you, one on your left, one on your right. I really overthought this for a while, even though I joined in January. I think I was in Emerald by March, but I was really I get really stubborn, and I really wanted it to be I wanted to build this business the right way. That's what I kept saying. I want to build it the right way. And what I didn't understand is the magic of this business is that they let you build what we call 1+2. Is that what we call it? 1+2?
You +2.
You and two, you +2. Thank you.
That's right on the screen.
Okay, so U+2. So the magic of this is that you don't have to overthink Emerald at all. It can be two people that are super close to you, like your parent, your spouse, anyone who lives in your household, and then a parent, right? Is that how it is? No,
it is. It could be a spouse, an adult child, so they have to be over 18, or a parent.
And
yes.
The beauty of that is that this business takes a while to grow. Even if you have the biggest dreams, it takes a while. It takes a while to get the momentum going in your business. And no matter what your goals are, if you have two accounts that you can control, it's up to you how far you go and how fast you do that. So that's kind of, if I had to share anything, don't be stubborn like I was and think that you have to find the other people who are going to run with you. That could take a while. People are going to come into the business, say they're going to run, they're not going to run. Other people are going to come into the business, say they're not going to run, they have no desire to build the business, and they're going to fall in love with the process, the community, the products, and all of that. So people will surprise you, people will disappoint you, but you are always you're in control of yourself. So if you have those two accounts, you're ready to go.
Yeah. I know for me, as soon as I had someone interested in doing this with me, Stephanie was my first coach. As soon as Stephanie signed up, literally the same day I signed up my husband. And I kind of sat there at Emerald because all I knew was I was supposed to get to Emerald. And I sat there, but I was in Emerald for so long, which felt frustrating, but I didn't really understand it yet, but I was banking volume for months and months and months. And finally, once I started adding more people, you'll cycle more, and that can add up. I think last week was the most I have ever cycled before, and it was 7 times. So as an Emerald, whenever you cycle, you get $14. And I think we'll go, do you want to move into that?
Yeah, let's go. Let's keep going.
Okay, so yes, why you want to hit Emerald. You start earning that team cycle bonus. So each rank you hit, your cycle will increase. It sounds weird saying cycle as a woman, we're cycling all these times. But so let me run back to these legs. So you are going to have a strong leg and you're going to have a weak leg. And it'll be pretty easy to tell when you look at your, like, if you go into your coach office, your genealogy, because one leg will be empty and the other one will have people starting to grow underneath you. And you'll know that's your strong leg because other people can add coaches underneath you and all of that volume still goes up. All the volume goes up. So to cycle on your strong leg, you need 200 volume points. And on your weak leg, you need 100. And every time you get that, you will earn that team cycle bonus. And like Melissa said, it takes a while. But if you are in this and you want to make this a business, you have go Emerald. And even if you stick there for a while, you're getting all that volume and it never goes away if you stay at that rank. You will keep,
you don't drop rank.
Yes, never, don't drop rank. you'll lose it. But if you get there, and that's why it's if you sign up, say a parent and a spouse, you can control those. So you'll never drop down. I order, I have my dad and I have Matt, and I just order all my stuff through them. I order, tubs of Energize a month, Hydrate, Beach Bars, everything. All of that extra stuff goes through them because that volume still comes back to me and helps me cycle. Sorry, that's probably a lot and confusing. I think we'll get into it more it'll show it simply, but so that was a little bit on team cycling, and you get free customer leads. If you hit Success Club as an Emerald, they just give you free customers. The people that just use the Beachbody or Team Beachbody. I don't even know if Beachbody has that random website. I think it's all Team Beachbody now. But if someone signs up and they don't have a coach, they assign people coaches. So you'll get customers ordering stuff under you. So that's a nice perk too.
I think it's a good point to realize that like when I see someone who's a coach and they are loving the products, right? They're maybe they're ordering Beach Bars and Energize and Hydrate and Shakeology, and they have massive volume. I always will go to that person. I'll say, why are you not going Emerald? Because if you have a spouse, you can order all of that stuff under that spouse. And then you're essentially making money off your own orders. So it doesn't make sense at a certain level. If you're loving the products, you want to go Emerald so you can start earning off your own self. Like Laura said, all of my other stuff goes through Tucker, and I order Shakeology through my own account to keep that, at 90 PV and active. But it just doesn't make sense. So if you're somebody who's loving the products, you really want to go Emerald.
Okay. We kind of touched on this a little bit.
That's confusing.
But what it means is why sign a controlled business center? So that would be your spouse or your parent. It's just another one that you can control. Currently right now, I am trying to build Matt to Diamond. And I know I've been building. So for Matt, I have coaches on his left and I have my dad on his right, which is his weak leg. So I know that I can pretty much ensure that Matt will remain Emerald. And that's how I got myself to Diamond. I felt Melissa, the same way as Melissa, I want to do it myself. I don't need other, family members, but when you're this close to hitting a rank that will bring in more money, why not? Why not? And hopefully one day I won't have to keep him active all the time. And I don't all the time, but I order enough stuff that it just makes sense. It helps Matt cycle, helps me cycle. And again, this might be all very confusing.
Well, and another thing about building yourself is that, and I know it touched on this in the other slide, but if you go Emerald, however you go Emerald, with 2 controlled accounts, with 1 controlled account, however you do it, you're going to be shouted out on social media. Nobody knows what Emerald means. They don't know that you did it with your husband and your mom. They just see you kicking ass in your new coaching job.
Mhm.
They don't care. They just say, oh, wow, look at this. Like, she's an emerald now. That must be really cool. Same thing with going diamond. Same thing with 1-star diamond. No one knows that I went 1-star diamond with Tucker. Nobody cares. They just think it's really cool that I'm 1-star diamond. It's all my own doing, but that will change, and that will create excitement for people to join you too. They're going to say, oh my God, like, look what she's doing. I gotta join her.
Exactly. The credibility part.
Yes.
Okay. So, sorry.
Look at all that good
Look at all
stuff.
that stuff. How am I going to explain it? So to have an active account, so say like you sign up your spouse, they need to have a 50 PV order every 5 weeks. That will keep them active. And when you move into week 5, it will kind of like alert you if you log into their office that they're projected inactive, like it'll highlight itself. So you'll know that you need to place an order to keep that account active. I know for me, I try to check all of my coaches every week, but you really should get in a habit once you start building a team to check it yourself, because like we said, you don't want to drop down in rank because you lose all that volume that you're currently building. Like I can actually brought up my coach office. Hold on.
What's your volume?
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Shoot. Hold on. I think I have to. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Now I have to reshare. Okay, it wouldn't let me show it. Okay, so here we go. I want to show what happens. Is this coming up? Is this working? Can you see my screen?
This is also why the team you join matters. When you're signing up with someone who's actively coaching and actively building their business and putting people underneath, this is what happens.
Yeah,
oh my
God. It drives Melissa crazy. But like, so I went Emerald and I just sat there. I never went inactive. I never dropped rank. And my right leg, like my goal is to catch that because that is my strong leg. So I need.
Look at that, guys. Like that may not mean a lot to you. That is a lot of freaking volume. Brooke Anderson, who just went 10-star, is underneath Laura.
So like all of her team, all of that volume comes right up into me. So
now I'm on an island. I signed up with a coach who doesn't actively work the business. Megan Ewoldson has taken me under her wing because I'm like her great grandbaby coach, but I signed up with a coach who doesn't work. So that means that Melissa sees none of that volume. I don't have any volume, which is fine. You can be successful in this business without it, but that's just like a dream come true. So that's why it matters what team you sign up with, because you want to sign up with someone who's working.
And then we touched on this like team cycle. Like, so if you're an Emerald and like, this is your account as an Emerald, like you're doing good. But yeah, so we talked about, for an Emerald on your strong leg, you need 200 volume points. On your weak leg, you need 100. So can anyone tell me how many times this person would cycle if they were about to get paid? Come on, people with math. So the right is the strong and they need 200. The left is the weak and they need 100. Why are you so nice, Melissa? You're thinking way too hard. It could be the opposite of yours. Like when you look at it really depends on what your strong legs is. So for me, my right is my strong, my left is my weak. So
four times. Four times.
Good job. And Emeralds earn $14. I'm bad at math, but that would be 56
something.
$56.
Which is another really good point too, is that even minus the volume, because I've never really had the volume to work off of like that. When I hit Emerald was also when my business started to grow and I started to hit Success Club regularly. And that is when, for the most part, my product was paid for. And that made a huge difference to me. It wasn't like that expense coming out anymore. It was, okay, here I am paying for my product. And that was my goal in the beginning.
Right. Like for this person, like they covered their business fee and they've covered like Energize, like right there in one week. So that's like amazing.
And that's nothing to do with sales.
Yeah, this is all team. Like some big wig coaches, I'm sure, just sit there now and are active because they have huge teams underneath them and they don't have to. But like that's the importance of building a team, is like when you build a team, that's when all the volume. And I think that's hard. Like I didn't realize that at first. Like no one told me like, oh, this is how you start to do it. You got to build a team. Even if it's people that just love the products.
One more time how to cycle?
Okay. Hold on. Maybe
Because I know you said 100 weak
leg.
leg, 200 strong leg.
Hold on. Let me find a marker. I think hold on.
200 from your strong, 100 from your weak.
So I'm going to say you.
Right. Yep.
You got coach 1. Coach 2. 200, 100 equals 1. Okay. Hopefully this isn't backwards. Does that make sense?
That's good.
Yep.
So that's
Okay.
you. If you have 200 volume points on your strong or your team leg, if you view it as like your team leg, it's
Yep.
what everyone else can build under that leg. And then your weak leg is the one like that you will fully grow.
Mhm.
And that's if you have 100 volume points, and that will equal 1 cycle. And it will carry over. So if you say like in 1 week, you're at like 180 on one side and 205 on the other, or wait, no, that's not a good example. 180 on one side and 50 on the other. And then you do the same thing the next week, that will add up together. So it won't, as long as you don't drop, that volume will still carry over until you cycle. So you don't just have to get it in 1 week, it will build.
Okay.
I know it's
As
confusing.
long as you don't drop. If you
As long as
drop,
you don't drop.
it all goes away.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's like a bank account. So as long as you like, it'll always be there until you get enough, and then it will deduct from that and it will go into your paycheck.
Okay.
That's why it's important, like when you're recruiting or when you're thinking about doing this, building, you want to just keep building. You don't want to just say, okay, I'm Emerald, here I am, because the life of someone in network marketing, I think, is 3 months. So you have to think, one of those people, if they're not controlled accounts, are going to go away. I need to have somebody else in that spot if that happens. So you're not playing defense, you're playing offensively. You have somebody in that spot in case that happens.
These were just other examples, like for, oh my God,
Yikes.
1 million. Whoa. I can't even think of how many times this person would cycle. Like 300, like 335, I think.
So, so that's another thing to mention is, as a Emerald, you can cap at 250 a week. So if you have, if your business center is like a unicorn and looks like this, then you would cap at 250 a week, which is pretty good, like
I'd be happy to
like,
cap at 250.
the way, yeah, exactly. The way that I think about it, like my coach, for instance, who isn't building a business, if she was an Emerald, she would just make money off of my business center just growing. She chooses not to, so she doesn't make any money. But as an Emerald, that's the beauty of it. So like when you're about to quit and I'm like, no, why would you quit? You can make money. Like you always want to just be an Emerald. You want to make money while you're sleeping. Like who doesn't want that? I think I was reading something about like millionaires, and the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. So if this is one of your streams of income, so be it. You know, just make it happen. Sit at emeralds and see what happens beneath you, because you just never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so one of your teammates, or you could have a teammate that just blows up and just decides to go all in and is crazy successful, and you never know. So, and I think I just had one more example. God, I can't do this math. But as a diamond, you would make 18. I think it was to show the examples of emerald, ruby, and diamond.
That was ruby, yeah.
Yes.
The elusive ruby.
Yeah, I can't do that math right now.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot.
But also too, like when you're placing coaches, like once you're a good emerald, you can look at your volume and say, okay, like my weak side to cycle again needs some more volume, some team volume. So you would place your coach like strategically. Like right now, you saw my volume. I don't put anyone on my right side until I have to, because I want to tap into that bank account that's been building. So, but that's why if that ever happens, you can reach out to your coach. You can, or like Melissa, you can reach out to me, anyone, and we'll look at your volume. We'll look at your team, and we can help you place people that will benefit you the most. Because I mean, we want you to make money too.
Yeah, and I was going to add something, and
I'll stop sharing.
now I can't remember. Oh, that's it. This may seem confusing, and it is, but this is what I want to challenge you on, is that I sort of ignored it for years, and I didn't really understand it. I didn't really care to, and that didn't really do me any good. If anything, I just wish I dug in more earlier and understood it a lot more, understood, you know, what exactly it meant and how to accomplish it. And I don't know, I just think even if it is weird and kind of foreign to you, just watch some videos on it. There are some, Maria, I just tagged you in one that Michael Neiman did.
I was gonna say the really old Michael Neiman one is good.
It is. It's like, here's 5 superheroes, and I've recruited 3 superheroes. But and who Jamie Innes, Steve Innes, he's a really good one about the compensation plan, because as you get, you know, bigger, it gets a lot more complicated, and where to put people. And if you're opening you know, your goal should be 2-star diamond, because that is where the compensation plan really opens up for you. And once that happens and you can open another one of yourself, you're going to strategically place that so that you can monetize wherever in your downline, below your husband, below your dad, whoever it is. So exciting.
Yeah, but your goal, let's simplify it. You want to find
Emerald.
two people that you love, 2 people you care about, 2 people you want to do this with. One on one side, one on the other.
And if you are emerald already, it's a matter of creating that emerald for your controlled business account, because that's going to maximize your earnings as well.
Yep.
I'm looking at you, Megan.
That's the last thing I did.
Like Laura said, what, go?
Oh, like when I went diamond, like the last thing I did was make Matt an emerald. And when you're in a time crunch, you just do it.
And if you watch, there's a great video that Logan Underwood did on Beachbody Champions page. It's about emeralds, creating emeralds, and it makes it super simplifies the business, because if you look at emeralds, back to Laura's first slide, it's just one active coach and another active coach. It doesn't have to be anyone who's actively building the business. So you can like erase that piece of like, I've got to find builders. All you need is just 2 people who love the products. That's it. And emeralds, just build emeralds. So when you have somebody that comes in, okay, let's become an emerald. And it's the same thing. Do you want to make money while you sleep? Do you love these products? All right, let's do this. Let's, you know, take it back 5 notches and just say, like Laura just said, who do you want to do this with? Like, who do you want to do a workout program with? Who do you want to get in shape with over the holidays? Like, who do you want to see their life change the way that yours was changed, or the way that you've seen somebody else's life change? There's so many people who need this right now. I don't know if you guys watched the National Wake Up Call today, but like, I love hearing Jamie Fitzpatrick because he is just awesome. But like, he's like, it's selfish if we're not sharing this with people because people need this. So every time you're scared to invite, every time you're scared to share this opportunity, it's somebody that you're keeping this from. And I can't rest knowing that, because I know what it's done for me. I know the community that we have. I know that we're on Zoom for 5 hours in the morning, and people are struggling now, and they're going to continue struggling through the winter. So don't keep this inside. Think about who can benefit from this, because so many people can. So I guess the next step is like, what, a list of 20 people. 20 people. And a lot of people call this like their dirt list. Who would buy dirt from you if you were selling it? This could be your family. This could be close friends. This could be your cousin. For me, when I joined, I didn't go to sort of a dirt list. I felt really uncomfortable talking to people in my life. So I totally understand where people are at when they are uncomfortable doing that. But I would definitely think about who you want to do this with. Who is somebody that you either know wants to start something, who always talks about starting something, who is already doing something but you think might really rock it. Coaching. What other suggestions, Laura?
Well, I had a few just like quick, easy invite ideas.
Yeah.
Just like as a new coach, like it's scary to invite, and like just something simple. And I can send this or type it out. But like, hey, I just signed up for this challenge with one of my friends. I'm super excited about it. Her results have been amazing. And I'm so excited to head into Thanksgiving feeling great. I'd really love for you to do this with me. What do you think? Something simple like that. Or yeah, just if they're working, ask them if they're working on any health goals too, because you need some accountability buddies, or you want to go into the holidays, like Melissa said, holidays feeling good and healthy and strong. And like, don't overthink it. You don't have to like go into 1,000 details, just 2 or 3 sentences. Just say, hey, have you ever considered doing this with me? Would you be interested? Yeah, I think so many times we overthink, and like and you'll get better at conversations. Like I know when I started, I would word vomit all over the place. And like someone said,
I remember that.
I'm interested. I'd be like, okay, well, here's what you get, and here's all this, and blah, 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 blah. And then they like see this giant message and they're like, whoa. And then they never talk to you again. So just really make it a conversation. Like, what goals do they have? Do they struggle with nutrition? Like, what's their day like? Because if they're like a busy mom and they struggle, like I just signed someone up who said, I'm struggle with meal planning. I have no time to make myself healthy meals. You know what I said? Like I recommended Shakeology because it's like that one healthy meal every day that will help simplify their life. Or if they say like, I have to go to Dunkin' every afternoon for a large iced coffee, but then they tell me they can't afford it. Like you want to learn these things all about them. Like what's their routine? Do they work the night shift? Like energize, maybe they need energize because they can't even get up in the morning, So just make it a conversation about them, learn as much as you can about them. And that way you can recommend a plan for them, because when you talk more about the value of what they're getting, like, they're struggling with meal prep, they don't have time for the gym, or they can't go to a gym. Like you have the solutions for them. You just have to show them that value and what we can offer, the accountability, the mindset, the morning workouts together, the check-ins every day, the nutrition thread. Like there's so much that we like offer. Sorry, I'm rambling now.
And voice memo. Like if you're feeling like you don't know what to say, show your enthusiasm with a voice memo. I love to do that. And I just kind of, it especially if you do vomit, it's better to do it that way, I feel like, because you're showing your excitement, you have your energy up, you know, and I think it's just well received. A lot of people that never use voice memos, so they're like, "Oh my God, she's talking to me," and yeah, and like the more that you do this, the more comfortable you get, the more engaged in the process you get, and it's like magic. It all comes together. It just all comes together.
Yeah. And I tell you, even though I've word vomited on so many people, if you keep following up with them, because they said they were interested, they will come around.
You can't say the wrong thing to the right
It's true.
person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person.
Yeah.
So if somebody's a hell no, they're going to be a hell no no matter what you say. But you have to invite them anyway. You have to just keep going. You have to, you know, and like at this point, I will tell you that, you know, I'm almost 5 years in as a coach. I know Laura's about the same amount. I haven't been, you know, 100% in the business in the 5 years, but at this point, I believe so much in what I'm doing that I don't give two shits when I invite, because I know what we have. So I don't get insulted when they say no. Sometimes people say sorry, and I'm like, oh, don't be sorry for me. Like, I'm gonna keep going, and I'm like loving what I'm doing. Don't be sorry for me, but you will get there too, as long as you just keep going. Oh, I love it. So what should we do? Should we make the list right now?
Sure.
All right, let's make our list of 20 people. Do we have that memory jogger too? I know I have it
I bet
somewhere.
I can find it, but
That's a good one. It comes up with like
it's
people
really just, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know how we would share it on here though.
why don't we
wait.
just come up with the dirt list right now? People that you would want to do this with, people you think need the help, people that would be awesome coaches, your friends, your family, and we'll go from there.
I think I can bring it up. Hold on 1 second. Aha. Okay. I will share my screen again. I can make this big. Great. Can we see that? Am I sharing? No. Share screen? Oh, there we go.
My husband's TV is so loud. Oh yeah, that's good. I was telling my daughter tonight, I can't wait till I can sign her up as a coach.
And the countries where participate, it's the US, the UK, and where else?
Canada and
Okay.
France.
All right, thanks.
I'm hoping I thought they'd add another one this year, but I think because of COVID, it just stopped.
All right. I think we're good.
Yes. How'd you guys do?
Really good. I've had a lot of names. I can't call them dirt people because I was like you in the middle, in the beginning, not in the middle, or maybe in the middle too, where you could be a dirt person. I'm still like, nah. Yeah, no. So yeah, but I still put their names down.
Well, it always makes me laugh because I talk to some people and they're like they have everyone that they know or that they're close to is in their business. And it's really the opposite for me. Like a lot of people that I'm close to in my life are not involved in this business.
That's the way
whatever
I
reason.
am. They're verbally and emotionally supportive, but not financially. Like, yeah, like I said.
Yeah.
And nothing personal or anything. Yeah, no. But
Yeah, no. Whatever way you build your business is the right way for you. And I just don't be stubborn about it and know that the more that you can control, the better it will be for you. And you will find the people who are running with you.
mhm,
We found
definitely.
people who will work the business and who are here for it. And that's just kind of how it goes.
Right. Don't forget to stop recording.
My house is just like crazy with my dog.
What?
I said I put myself on mute because I'm like rattling pots
Oh,
and pans and my dog is going crazy. So sorry, I am here.
no, it's fine. All right. So we will stop recording. Oh, you have to stop recording, Laura. You're the host.